Welcome back to the world, and my name is Beast. Today we're back with ToHeart. Yeah, I didn't record on Friday. I found a manga and was very much uh, distracted until it was essentially midnight, and at that point I just didn't feel like starting up the recording anymore. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the same almost happened today. uh, Because the fucking website that I use for reading manga finally actually uploaded the Pass Me the Monster Meat Milady, or whatever it's fucking called in English. The manga for one of the anime that's currently airing. Finally uploaded all of the chapters up until the most recent one that's translated. So I read that all day. But yeah, anyways, let's just get into this. March 27th. Oh, right, I should probably actually like click back onto the game. And it's the third day of supplementary classes. A bunch of students with bad grades assembling class 2A. A glance around the classroom provides a comprehensive look at all the worst students in our year. Man, what a hopeless bunch, myself included. The supplementary classes consist of printed worksheets. I can sleep through most classes, but I actually have to do something if worksheets are involved. I have no other choice, I fill them out in earnest. Get the easy questions out of the way in no time, but then there are some I have no idea about. The worksheets cover materials from all classes, so I can't just avoid the subjects I struggle with. And unfortunately for me, I struggle with most subjects. Now I'm stuck. That is annoying. What's the point of this anyway? The point is to make the kids who did poorly on tests do worksheets that are no different from the tests themselves. Just thinking about it annoys me. But I didn't know something, no amount of thinking is gonna help. Yeah, how's Shio doing? She's gotta be stumped and frustrated. Glanced at the seat next to me where Shio was sitting. Why she's sleeping? What a moron. I'm actually trying it, she's just taking a nap. Or tell her... I could tell her to teach her, but I don't think it'd make me feel any better. I have to handle this personally. However, while she's in the seat next over, she's out of arm's reach. If I want to get her attention, I'll have to throw something. Pull up some eraser shavings into a makeshift bullet. If you want to throw something in class, this is standard. Alright, here I go. Aim, then flick it over with my index finger. Dark tit. The eraser ball bounces off Shio's cheeks. She shudders and wakes up. Then she glares right at me. I grin back. Shio grumbles something under her breath. That cheers me up for some reason. I ignore her and focus on the worksheet. I wasted too much time on nonsense. The goal here is to fill this worksheet out. What am I doing? I actually want to get to work, but I start thinking about Shio and glance over to her. I almost got into her, but now she's earnestly filling out the worksheet. This is a once-in-a-blue moon event. Can't let her beat me. Must drop all my energy and focus on the worksheet. What? While I'm grappling with a question, something bounces off my cheek. I know what it is right away. It's a ball of Shio's eraser shavings. An eye for an eye, I suppose. I'd almost respect if it didn't piss me off so much. But doing the same back at her again would just be childish. Decide to be an adult and let it slide. Anyway, I need to finish the worksheet soon. She takes advantage of my decision not to defend myself by attacking relentlessly. Well, she'll have to give up when she's used up her eraser. You're focus on the worksheet right now. Forget how you're meant to solve questions like this. You can't even begin to answer them. You're supposed to prove this again. Jesus, salt continues. Just deal with it. Endure. If I keep on doing this, I can reach enlightenment. The hell? She never run out of erasers. Patient runs out and I look over. She was giving me the peace sign and smiling. And her eraser... She has an eraser meant for use on drafting paper. It's absurdly large and about the size of a fucking remote control. What does she have that for? Look at that pile of eraser bits on the desk. She hasn't been working at all. She was just picking her eraser apart. That many bits she could keep tagging me for the rest of the class. Curse you. I think it was class. Or the hour-long class, yeah. Why do I fight back now? This will all have been for nothing. I just need the willpower to get through this. I'll endure this until she's disinterested, at least until she runs out of erasers. I could take it all. That's the moment of truth. Must there be more determination to face the worksheet again? Endure, 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 endure. Endure, 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 endure. Endure, 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 endure. At last I make it through the hour. Supplementary classes end for the day. I'm about to head home when the teacher approaches me in Shiho.
長岡君、ちょっと来なさい。なんすか？
何ですか？
君らの答案用紙を見ると、回答欄がほとんど埋まっていない。いいえ。
私たち真面目にやってましたけど。
Teacher glares at us.
君らの席の周りがひどく汚れているようだが、あれは消しゴムじゃないのかね。
Busted.
あれ、誰が落としたのかしら。
君たち、空欄が埋まるまで帰ることは許さんぞ。
No, we don't listen to the radio. Anyways, where was I? Point of the waters again, Monkey swept back onto the iron bridge where his subjects were eagerly awaiting his return. When they saw their king suddenly leap out of the waves, perfectly dry and in all his glittering new costume, they kneeled in awe. Monkey sat triumphantly on his throne with the iron staff propped up before him. Not knowing any better, his monkeys crowded around, anxious to try it themselves. Like dragonflies trying to shake a tree, they couldn't move it even a fraction of an inch. How your majesty carried it all the way here? They chatted in wonder. Every object has its master, said Monkey, smiling and picking it up. For thousands of years this piece of iron lay at the ocean treasury, fixing the depth of the heavenly river until, a few days ago, it began giving off light. It has a name, the obedient golden-hooped staff, and it does whatever I say. When I first laid eyes on it, it was 50 feet long and as thick as a barrel, but it shrank as soon as I told it to. Stand to one side while I tell it to transform. Smaller. In an instant, the staff had shrunk to the side of an embroidery needle, which Monkey tucked inside his ear. More magic, bade the amazed monkeys. Their king placed the staff in the palm of his hand. Bigger, he shouted. It immediately became a 20-foot tall pillar that was a couple of feet in diameter. Monkey now tried a touch of cosmic imitation. Bounding out of the cave, he cried, "Grow!" and promptly shot up to 100,000 feet tall. Apparently that inoffensive approach.
藤田博之です。去年は A 組でした。部活はやってません。よろしくお願いします。
His head resembled the craggy summit of Mount Tai, with flashing eyes and a butcher's bold mouth full of razor teeth. His staff reached up to the 33rd story of heaven and down to the 18th level of hell. Tigers, leopards, wolves, and snakes and the demon kings of the 72 caves all emerged to kowtow in terror. A moment later, Monkey undid the magic, shrunk the staff down to the side of a needle and tucked it inside his ear again, and shade back inside the cave. Monster and I quickly finished lunch and head to the gym. When I step into the bridge corridor, the warmth of the sunlight envelops me. Get up and stop in place. Turn to Masashi.
やっぱり外でサッカーする？勘弁してくれ。 サッカーはバスケの倍は疲れるぜ。
大丈夫。ひろゆきならサッカーの運動量くらいすぐに慣れちゃうよ。
おいおい、俺をスポーツ万能みたく言うなっての。知らねえやつが聞いたら誤解するだろ。
そうかな。
聞いたわよ。ひろゆきってスポーツ万能なんだってね。
Suddenly hear a voice from the shadows. I know who it is, of course. Masashi and I look at each other.
どうぜ。
あ、でも何か用があるみたい。
いいっていいって。
When I signal Masashi to ignore her, he nods with an awkward smile. Blowing Shiho off like this just infuriates her, which is fun.
ほら寄ってきなさいよ。
She took the bait. Keep heading towards the gym.
だが姿も見せねえで寄ってけも何もあるかよ。
何よ、止まらないと撃つわよ。
Starts making even less
勝手に撃ち
sense.
まくってる。
私は本気なのよ。
どうぞどうぞ。
I don't know what you can shoot at me, but I answer
撃つわ
nonchalantly.
よ。バキューン。
うわ
Feels something against my back and yelp. It's probably water. A water gun.
もっと撃たれたい。
こら、なんてことしやがる。
I was going to take the sitting down, move in the direction of her voice. Then she finally shows herself.
やっと来たわね。
当たり前だろ。
あんたが無視するからよ。
たくしょうがねえやつだな。前からガキくせえやつだと思ってたら、まさかそこまでガキだとは。
あら、こんないい天気にウォーターガンで遊ばない大人にはなりたくないわね。
なーにがウォーターガンだ。
ねえねえ、遊んでかない？
どう遊ぶんだよ。お前の的になれっつうのか。
それもいいけど、実はちゃんと人数分用意してあんのよ。
用意したって。
当たり前じゃない。こんなことするためにみんながお金出して買うわけないでしょ。だから私が自前で用意したの。
だからって普通わざわざ買い揃えるか。だいたいこんなでかいもん学校行く時に持ち歩いてる時点で恥ずかしいだろ。
揃えるわよ。おかげであんたたちは参加するかしないか決めるだけでいいのよ。どう？ちゃっかりしてるでしょ。
うん、ちゃっかりしてる。
っていうよりちゃっかりしたバカだ。
この際バカはどうでもいいのよ。あんたたち当然遊んでくでしょ。3分後のバスケより1分後のウォーターサバイバルよ。
うん、いいね。
Can't believe he agreed so
バスケ
quickly.
はどうすんだよ。
ひろゆきもやろうよ。これ空気圧で10メートルくらい飛ぶやつだよ。
Masashi, you want to play with water guns that
ほれ
badly?
ほれ、なんたって10メートルよ。
Shio waves the water gun in front of me.
あったよ。バスケは明日だ。
I take the gun.
まずルールは簡単。自分以外はみんな敵。とにかく時間いっぱいまで撃ちまくること。ただし水の補給中を撃っちゃダメ。
わかった。
よし、10秒後にバトル開始よ。全員解散。
We all ran off to take cover. I hide behind the school building. Just have to use the pump to build up air pressure. Once my gun is packed with air, I show myself. Shio and Masashi are both crouching behind distant trees, but we're over 30 feet from each other. Like with no other choice, I decide to approach them while taking cover. Apparently, thinking the same thing, they get moving too. Close the distance between us, and once we got too close to miss. All the running around had left me sweaty. Not that I could tell if it was sweat or water. Take out my jacket.
おめえらさっきから2人で俺ばっか狙ってねえか。
Start to notice that they aren't shooting at each
知
other.
らないわよ。
ひろゆきごめん。初めからしほどグルだったんだよ。
てめえ謝りながら俺を撃つな。
So Masashi was interested because they had this planned all along. Man, this sinister plot has to be Shiho's
ほ
doing.
らほら、パンツの中までずぶ濡れにするわよ。
もう怒った。司法集中攻撃。
なんですって？
まさしも手伝
でも
え。男の友情を裏切るのか。
Make a Shiho level argument.
わかったよ。
Masashi's betrayal even surprises me.
よし、とにかく攻めるぞ。
We nod to each other and take Shiho from both sides.
ちょっと、あんたたちそんなことしていいと思ってんの？
問答無用。人をはめようとした罰だ。
鬼、しんど。
サッカーより疲れたぞ。
Why is Masashi the only one that's not currently dying? Shiho and I are out of breath and sitting in the
本
hall.
当だね。
Masashi, on the other hand, looks tired in a more normal way.
見て見て、私下着まで空処理よ。一体どうしてくれんのよ。
どれどれ見せてみろ。下
バカバカ、見るなドスケベ。いいわよ、
見て欲しいのか欲しくないのかはっきりしろ。
見なくても。
なら言うな。
We're
それ
arguing
にして
till
も二人ともすごいありさまだよ。
Masashi says nonchalantly. It was barely wet.
そういうあんたはなんで濡れてないのよ。何？丸洗いオッケー？
ほとんどひろゆきと志保の戦いだったからね。
あのな、俺はお前の分も食らってずぶ濡れだぞ。
そうそう。さしずめ、水も滴るいい男ってやつ？
じゃあお前は水も滴るいい女。
あら、かっこし。
Masashi and I laugh. I don't know what inspired Shiho to bring these weird things to school sometimes, but it's always fun. Whenever a new game got popular at school, Shiho was the source. She's a trendsetter when it comes to games specifically, I guess. As I'm thinking about
久
that,
しぶりにいい汗かいたね。
まあな、俺と志保はだいぶ洗い流されたって感じだけどな。
今度はまさしを集中攻撃ね。
そりゃ明暗だ。
そんな。
次が楽しみね。
なんだよ、またやんのか。
当たり前じゃないの。一度や二度じゃ元が取れないじゃん。
けまあええけどな。結構楽しめたし、たまになら付き合ってやるぜ。
僕も。
じゃあ決定ね。で、それより早く着替えないと。あんた体操着とか持ってんの？
ああ、さっさと着替えねえと風邪ひくぜ。
待ってよ。
おい志保、いつまでへばってんだよ。
分かってんだけど。まあ、動くと制服がベタベタして気持ち悪い。
well, I'm a gym uniform on and a jacket for the afternoon classes. She was apparent to remain in her gym uniform until school ended. Alright, probably back to skipping, I'm assuming. Yep. Yep. Oh, we have to walk again! The assembled company now sat down to a magnificent banquet amidst fluttering banners and banging gongs. After feasting on 100 delicacies, all washed down with coconut and grape wine.
だったら一緒に帰ろうぜ。
After grape wine, they returned to their military training. Monkey promoted his 4 wise monkeys. Have to be a
や
dog.
っぱ犬かな。
His 4 wise monkeys, the 2 red-buttocked females, were named marshals, the long-armed apes generals, in charge of building fortifications, pitching camps, and distributing rewards and punishments. With the day-to-day business thus taken care of, Monkey spent his days riding mist and clouds, sauntering over oceans and touring mountains. His displays of magic made him powerful, talented friends. He swore brotherhood with 6 great kings: Bull Demon, Dragon Monster, Rock Fiend, Lion Camel, Macaque, and Giant Ape. Every day they gathered in Water Curtain Cave, discussing civil and military affairs over cups of wine, singing, dancing, roaming the world, and living their best lives.
でも今年1年ずっとひろゆきちゃんと一緒だと思うとなんだか嬉しいな。
One day, Monkey instructed his 4 commanders to arrange a banquet for the 7 brothers. Oxen and horses were slaughtered, sacrifices were offered to heavens and earth. Sorted... Oh. Wow.
へえ。
Assorted imps were ordered to sing and dance, and everyone proceeded to get thoroughly drunk. It Seeing his 6 compadres off, Monkey lay down under the shade of a pine tree and a moment later nodded off, surrounded by a hushed protective circle of his subjects. As he slept, Monkey dreamt that two silent individuals holding an official summons on which his name, Sun Wukong, was written, tied him up and lugged him to the edge of a city. Still groggy with drink, Monkey... I was curious about that girl. Still groggy with drink, Monkey still half discerned an iron sign, "Welcome to Hell." This brought him to his senses. "Why did you drag me to the kingdom of death?" he demanded. "You've reached the end of your allotted span," his escort informed her. "Our orders are to bring you here." Monkey was outraged. "I've transcended the 3 realms and the 5 phases, and I'm no longer under King Yama's jurisdiction. Why has your idiot sovereign had me arrested?" Like, yo, I did fucking yoga. How dare you, idiot king, fucking try to seize me. Someone suddenly calls to me from behind. Know what I wanted to do there.
おかげさまでね。
で、なんか用か？
私今一人で帰るとこなのよ。どう？その辺まで一緒に帰んない？
Sure.
いいぜ。どの辺までか知らねえけど。
よし、じゃあ行こうか。
She and I make small talk until we got to the station.
あれ見てよ。
Look where she pointed. There's a guy with a guitar playing some song I'd never even heard. Performances like this are common at train stations and at places where large crowds come and go.
俺がどうかしたのか？
ちょっと聞いてくるから、あんたはここで待ってて。
She walks over to the guy with the
おい、
guitar.
聞くって。あの兄ちゃんの曲をか？
違うわよ。歌わせてくれるかってこと。
は？
Just sing. She actually going to sing here. Watch with astonishment as Shiho talks to him. Starts to talk to him. Look at that. You're just annoying him. Now he's taking a book out of his bag, slipping through the pages and leaving it open at his feet. She is waving at me. So he's okay with this?
1番、長岡志保、歌います。
So it begins. I can tell what song he's playing from the prelude, but when she is singing, I finally recognize it. I believe it's called Toward Our Tomorrows. Hitting us with a slow one, huh? Street performer wouldn't normally stand out much, but a street performance wouldn't normally stand out much, but it's a different story when the singing is being done by a schoolgirl in uniform. Plus, if her voice could travel this far without even a microphone, it'll draw people easily. Few people stop to watch out of curiosity, and a decent crowd eventually forms. The crowd isn't just watching because the performance is unusual. They're there because Shiho's voice is good enough to bother listening to. As much as I hate to admit it, Shiho is a phenomenal singer. Maybe she could even make it as an idol. Ah, man, she's singing.
お兄さん、次次。
Pleased with the performance, Shiho urges the guy on. That
おい、
fool
志保。
frantically ran over.
あんたも歌いたいの？
わけねえだろ。お前一人ならともかく、俺という連れがいることを忘れんなよ。
She's just making me wait for
だ
her.
ったら、あんたも歌えばいいじゃん。
よくねえよ。
わかんないわね。
わかんねえのはおめえだ。俺はお前みたく人様に歌って聞かせるほどうまくねえんだよ。
あら、そういえばそうね。今気づいたわ。
わかったろ。だったらここで歌い続けるか帰るか決めろ。歌うんだったら俺は帰る。
何よ。あんたに帰られちゃしらけちゃうじゃない。
じゃ決まりだな。
Shiho sighs and turns back to
ご
the
めん
man.
ね、お兄さん。連れが急ぐって言うから。ありがとね。
She waves. The man says he'd be willing to play for her any time and waves back.
一曲だけだったけど、すっきりしたわ。
そりゃよかったな。
なんかやみつきになりそう。
お前って出会った時から目立っててスター性？
そうね。
俺が保証してやってもいいぜ。
へえ、言うもんね。私にヤックでもおごれって言うの？
なんだ、おごってくれるのか？
小冗談を。 私の未来はあんたに保証されなくても約束されてるのよ。
けよくもまあそこまで言えるもんだな。
しほちゃん自身って呼んでもいいわよ。
なんだそれ。
おバカ、字が違うじゃないのよ。
冗談だよ。お前の根拠のない自信なんてどっちみちグラグラ揺れるんだろうが。
なんですって？私より面白いこと言わないでよ。
おめえがつまんねえこと言ってるからだよ。
The argument continues and they'll be parted ways at the train station, ticket gates. Ignoring the protest, the sole policeman went on, trying to pull him inside. Now in a proper fury, Monkey pulled the magic iron staff out from behind his ear. With one wave, it grew into a cudgel, and Monkey smashed his guards to a pulp. He untied himself and charged into the city, spinning his staff this way and that. Bull-headed and horse-faced demons fled in terror, while ghost soldiers rushed to alert the palace of hell. Disaster, your majesties, they reported. An outrageous monkey is about to smash his way into the palace. Thoroughly alarmed, the 10 kings of the underworld went out to investigate. Tell us your name, they called to the furious monkey. How dare you not know who I am, raged monkey. How dare you have me arrested? A clerical error, perhaps, the infernal kings replied falteringly. Know then, thundered monkey, that I am Sun Wukong, heaven-born sage of Water Curtain Cave on Flowerfoot Mountain. Now who the hell are you? 10 kings bowed. We are the emperors of darkness, the 10 underworld kings of the wheel of karma. Tell me your names or I'll beat you senseless. They did not withhold the information. Well, if you're all such powerful kings with superior intellects and the like... Okay, she's not gonna fucking make me walk this time. With superior intellect and the like, how can you have made such a mistake? For I, monkey, have learned the way of immortality and will live as long as heaven itself. What business do you have with me? Calm yourself, soothed the king. Lots of people have the same surname as you. It's probably a simple case of mistaken identity. Rubbish, monkey retorted. The warrant never lies. I want to see the register of births and deaths this very minute. The 10 kings invited him into the palace to take a look. Giving him a firm hold on his staff, monkey sat down in the middle of the palace while the 10 kings ordered a judge from the records department to produce the ledgers for his perusal. The legal officials scuttled off and soon returned with a pile of volumes, including the register of the 10 species of living creatures. Monkey went through them one by one. The register of the hairless, then short-haired, the hairy, the feathered, the crawling, and the scaly. No mention of our monkey. Monkey, you see, was hard to classify. He shared some points of resemblance with humans, but not enough to be categorized alongside them. Though his hair was on the short side, he did not belong to the kingdom of the hairless and the short-haired. Although he was animal-like in appearance, he did not answer to the unicorn. Although he was known to fly, he was not accountable to the phoenix. He was eventually located in his own separate ledger, which Monkey personally examined, finding his name on the entry of soul number 1350, with the clarification, Stone Monkey born of heaven. Lifespan 342 years. A good death. Can't remember how old I actually am, the monkey said. I just wanted to leave my name. Pass me a brush. The judge quickly found one loaded with ink, and Monkey crossed out not only his name, but also every name in the monkey section of the ledgers. So that's that, he announced, and tossing the register away. So long! And he smashed his way back out of hell. Glad to keep as great a distance as possible between themselves and Monkey, the 10 kings agreed to consult the Pope of Darkness and his residency in the Emerald Cloud Palace about filing a formal complaint in heaven. There's a lot of complaint filing in these. As he bashed his way out of the infernal city, Monkey tripped on a clump of grass. Suddenly waking up, he realized it had all been a dream. How much did I drink at the banquet? His subject asked him as he stretched. How much did you drink at the banquet? His subject asked him as he stretched. As you slept through till morning, Monkey taught them what was happening in his dream and how he had persuaded the kings of the underworld to cross all their names off the ledger of death, at which news his subjects kowtowed with ecstatic gratitude. That was not what I wanted to do there. Oh well. Should have paid attention.
今日の一発目、ペンネームねこっちゃさんからのおはがきです。みねちゃんこんばんにゃ。はい、こんばんにゃ。
I don't want to listen to heart to heart.
15歳の女の子です。
I don't want to listen to heart to heart. With supernatural abilities. I've heard that before. Is that a trend these days? Could it be the girl I'm thinking of? But you wouldn't call herself some like Catster. From that point on, most mountain monkeys never got old, for the underworld no longer had their names and addresses. Let us turn now to the court of the Jade Emperor, where at the morning session of the Hall of the Divine Mists and the golden turreted Cloud Palace, a Taoist immortal named Q Hongji had just stepped out of the ranks of the heavenly ministers and announced the arrival of the Dragon King Angwang to present the memorial. Bidding him enter, the Jade Emperor read the petition handed to him by a page boy. Your unworthy subject, Angwang, begs to inform his Imperial Eminence that a bogus immortal of Water Curtain Cave on Flowerfruit Mountain by the name of Sun Wukong, also known as Monkey, has been harassing this small, weak dragon. He broke into my palace, demanded the weapon using threats to rid of his bodily harm, then again used an invitation to extort a suit of armor. Terrorized my watery relatives. I'll leave the bathroom. Whoops. Leave the bathroom, shake the water off my rinsed hand. Then she approaches me. Hold on, let me finish this real quick. He terrorized my water relatives and sundry turtles and alligators. After presenting him with a magic iron staff, a golden phoenix helmet, feather helmet, a suit of chainmail, cloud shoes, my brothers and I, Dragon Kings all, saw him off with all due courtesy. But still he terrorized us with the magic and violence and didn't say a proper thank you. As we ourselves are no match for him, we respectfully beg you to apprehend this demon to restore peace and prosperity to the ocean bed. Hum the oars, etc., etc. Then she approached him. Just like the fucking... the Jade Emperor just reads this, and then fucking Shiho approaches him, right?
あんだよ。
あんた、土曜の夜は暇よね。私に付き合って。
やだね。
何よ、人がせっかく誘ってんのに。
一体どこへ付き合えってんだよ。
宇宙よ、宇宙。
あ？あのコーラ飲んでいくやつか？
惜しいけど違うわね。そんなんじゃなくて、もっとスケールが大きいやつよ。
なんじゃそりゃ。
ツアーオブザソーラーシステム。水星とか火星とかいろんな星巡り。
I've heard of this before.
ああ、そういや、テレビで CM やってるな。
It's an attraction where you ride on a space shuttle to different parts of the solar system.
部屋のチケットを手に入れたのよ。でね、あんたとなら行ってもいいかなって思ったわけよ。
あかりと言ってくりゃいいだろ。
あかりはダメだってさ。宇宙船苦手。
あのな、マジで宇宙に行くわけねえだろ。
まあ、それはジョークだとして、これって土曜の夜からのオールナイトだから出かけられないってさ。
ああ、そうか。でもな、それって何時間やるんだ？
夜の12時から4時間だって。
4 hours.
なぬ？4時間も
？The commercial did mention that they go especially long on weekend
なんか
nights.
さ、宇宙船の中は勝手に歩き回っていいんだって。でね、窓には宇宙が映っててすっごくいいムード。
ムード？
ほとんどがカップルで人目をはばからずイチャついてるんだって。ねえ、私たちもイチャついちゃう？
あのな、
土星の輪っかとかもすごいらしいわよ。
そっちの方もすげえんだな。
ハリウッド最高のスタッフだって。
見る価値ありってとこか。
どうする？行く？行かない？
I say, sure, let's
じゃ
do
あ
it.
行くか。
オッケー。じゃあ待ち合わせはどうする？駅前でいい？
ああ、何時から行くんだ？
そうね。じゃあ10時くらいからってのはどう？
いいんじゃねえか？
じゃあ土曜の10時に駅前でね。
わかった。
じゃあねー。
Shio waves and turns around. 4 hours on a space to Shio. Well, I doubt it'll be boring. You may return to your ocean, the Jade Emperor replied. We'll deal with this miscreant. bowing his head in thanks, the Dragon King departed. Directly afterwards, further visitors were announced. The Minister of Hell and the Pope of Darkness also wished to present a memorial. This time, the Jade Girl, the Emperor's Director of Communication, delivered the document to the Emperor. It went like this.
じゃ、一緒に帰るか。
Heaven is for gods and earth for ghosts. Heaven is for gods and earth for ghosts.
そう言われると。
Birth and death proceed cyclically, for such is the immutable order of nature. Today, however, a heaven-born demonic monkey, one Sun Wukong of Water Curtain Cave on Flower Fruit Mountain, ferociously resisted arrest. He beat to death 2 spectral policemen and traumatized the 10 merciful kings of hell. After making the most awful fuss in the infernal palace, he forced us to erase his name on the register of death and ban us from arresting any of his monkey relatives, therefore making a shambles of the wheel of reincarnation. I humbly beg you to subdue this demon and restore peace and security to the underworld. Respectfully yours, etc., etc. When we return to the underworld, the Jade Emperor pronounced. We'll deal with this miscreant. The hellish heads of the state retired with thanks. His Celestial Majesty now questioned his officials about this infamous monkey. When was he born and when did he start making trouble like this? How has he become so powerful? This creature, related 1,000 mile and follows the windy. We do. It's probably like this is probably the one way you meet Shiho on the way. You probably have to fucking believe her fucking rumor because it's fucking retarded. Yeah, there we go.
そうだな。火のないところに煙は立たずとも言うしな。
つまり私を信じるってことね。
Even though I shouldn't.
ま、この件に関してのみ一つの可能性として参考程度に心に留めておいてやろう。
何よ、素直じゃないわね。もっと
どう言ってほしいんだ？
さすがはしほちゃん情報、いつも助かりますとかさ。
アホくさ。
Turn around and walk away.
ちょっと待ち
I
なさいよ。
wish I could do the
それ
same.
があんたの感謝の言葉なの？
本当かどうか決まったわけじゃねえだろ。保留だ保留。
ムカつくわね。
Still, while Shio's info wasn't always off, the class rep seems too serious or something like that. I have my doubts. Yeah, you should. Anyways. Ah! I was a bit too slow for that to be funny. I am blocking low. I am blocking low. I am blocking low. I am blocking low. Fuck. This creature began life some 300 years ago as a stone monkey born to heaven. After a perfectly ordinary start in life, he somehow learned the way of immortality and is now able to terrorize dragons and tigers and bully the underworld into deleting him from their ledgers of death. So which one the Jade Emperor of my divine generals will descend to Earth to capture him?
今日もひろゆきちゃん眠そうだね。
As I walk, I can't help but yawn. Akari smiles. Last night I watched TV past 3 a.m. and almost overslept. Thankfully, Akari came to my rescue. Of course I was tired.
有名だろ。お前が起こしに来てくれなかったらまだベッドの中だ。
よかったね。
俺的には寝てた方が良かったかもな。
ダメだよ、そういうのって。
わかってるよ。
We're approaching the hill when...
お二人さん。
Shio runs up
お
past
はよう、
us.
しほ。
うん。
Shio stares at us.
あんたたちが一緒ってことは今日も寝坊しちゃったわけか。
Sounded awfully confident in her assessment. Almost offended.
なんだよ、皮肉か？
いえいえ、いい幼なじみを持って幸せじゃないのよ。でもさ、あんたももっとしっかりしないと。 愛想つかされちゃうわよ。
大きな世話だ。あかりが勝手に世話焼いてくるんだから、そのせいで俺にしっかりしろなんて言われたら迷惑で。
ちょっとあかり、聞いた？迷惑ですってよ、このぐうたら学生は。
She speaks in an exaggerated fashion as if this somehow involves her. Well, excuse me for being a slacker.
まあひろゆきちゃんは昔からこうだし。
もうそんな弱気じゃいつまでたっても手間がかかるわよ、この。
おめえ、そりゃあかりにとっても大きなお世話だ。
うっさいわね、助言でしょうが。
腹いくつばっかこねやがって。
あんたは私の言うことなすこといちいちケチつけたがるわね。何、まさか私に気があるんじゃないでしょうね。
Sadly, that will be how this ends. I'm not too happy about that reality. She was half teasing this time.
てめえ、好き放題言いやがって。
I'm trying to think of a comeback
まあ
when
まあ二人とも。
Aki intervenes. Always goes like this.
こんな私たちの面倒あかりはいつも見てくれてるのよ。こんないい子今時いないわよ。
今度は何を言い出すんだよ。
I commented a break from the usual
今日
pattern.
の司法何か変だよ。
There was something off before Akari says anything. I feel like he's making an effort to talk up Akari.
そういえば変ね。あっはっは。
Even she seems to notice. Sounds like she tries to play off her awkwardness. I no response to that.
じゃあお二人さん、今日の私変みたいだから先に行ってるね。
Turns around and hurries up the hill.
雪でも降るのか。
さあ
After being left behind by Shio, all Akari and I could do is look at each other. Do it yourself. Sleep quietly. I mean, like the right. Why do we not? Why are we not denying it here? That doesn't make sense. I feel. Majesty, the spirit of longevity from Venus ventured. Given that this monkey is a child of heaven and earth, of the sun and the moon, that he walks on. That he walks 2 feet and has attained immortality, I propose that we treat him as we would a human. I humbly suggest you offer him an amnesty, summon him to heaven, and give him a government job. Once he's inside the system, well, he'll have to behave. If he accepts, we can bamboozle him with sinecures. If he refuses, we can apprehend him. In any case, such a strategy will save us a military campaign and bring an unruly immortal to heel.
よ、志保。
ヒロちゃん、いいところに来たわね。
She smiles like she's hiding something. I, Doctor.
なんだよ。俺に用でもあるのか？
終わりよ。
悪いな。俺はお前に用ねえし。
Try to leave once.
ちょっと待ちなさいよ、白状者。
I have another option. I come to a
一
stop.
体何の用だよ。
あんたに頼みがあるのよ。
頼み？どんな？
Also, something I haven't even fucking mentioned yet. Yesterday, me, Yuri, and Colonel and Kira were trying out this fucking demo for like a 4-player horror game. It wasn't really that good, in my opinion. Like the entire thing is where you have to go in, have to essentially like in a fucking spaceship, like you come with a spaceship to like this big spaceship because it's mission based essentially. You have to go in, restart the power, figure out with the database and based on the corpses around the place what specimen is going buck wild in the ship, then find the black box and bring it back. At least that was the mission we had to do. And by God, the specimen was so annoying. It's like, it's fucking a ghost where if you look at it for too long, it'll fucking bite your face off. But like, if it's specifically targeting you, it will constantly like forcefully make you move your camera towards it. But at the same time, it will just teleport in front of you. So the moment you're targeted, it's literally just a case of like, fuck, just spin around in a circle. Just spin around, and that's it. It was kind of boring. But the problem is that when I opened it, it was complaining that I didn't have enough VRAM. A fucking lie, first off. But anyways, I closed everything, including my browser. It worked. Earlier, when I tried to start recording, ToHeart didn't want to open. Like it opened, and then closed itself immediately. I tried it again. Opened, closed itself immediately. I tried again, opened. Suddenly, both of my screens go black. Then suddenly they come back. My fucking browser was not reacting anymore, and it said that my browser suddenly had a fucking software issue. So yeah, that demo did something to my PC. Thankfully, restarting it fucking fixed it. Anyways.
大きな声じゃ言えないけどね。
She whispers in my ear.
何？俺に来い。
声が大きい。
She wants me to pretend to be her boyfriend for a while. I scream internally. She seems to get the idea from my expression. She suddenly
なん
nods.
でだよ。
こんなところでつらつら説明してる暇はないわね。
So she claims, but when a girl suddenly asks you to pretend to be you're dating, there's one common reason
ま
for
さ
it.
かお前に言い寄ってくる男がいるから、俺が恋人になってそいつの目の前でイチャついてみせるってパターンか？
察しがいいわね。
なもお約束だろうが。
じゃあ話が早いわ。
どこにいるんだよ。
もう後ろにいるわ。
なぬ？
見ちゃダメ。
I'm about to turn around, but Shio stops me.
近いのか？
Could it be a student at our school?
離れた場所からこっちを見てる。
どうすんだよ。
もうあなたはロックオンされたわね。
なんだと？
I want to hold my head in my arms. With awful luck. This guy crushing on Shio has it out for me now. At least if it's someone as pretty as Kurosawa, I'd feel good about telling him to leave my girl alone. But for Shio, wouldn't even make me look good. I'm not trying to look good without accomplishing anything here. Wouldn't accomplish anything here. I'll just try to help Shio. I feel like that's what I should
わか
do.
ったよ。今から俺はお前のいい人だ。
そうこなくっちゃ。今からあんたは私のダーリンね。
Man, seriously?
で、マジでどうすんだよ。
とりあえず恋人同士デートするしかないでしょ。
どうやってデートすんだよ。
いちいちうっさいわね。こっちへいらっしゃい。
Shio leads me along. Shio brings me to a clothing store on a tree-lined avenue outside of the shopping
デー
arcade.
トの基本はショッピングよね。
そうかよ。
Observing my displeasure, Shio starts searching through the hangers in front of the store.
あ、これかわいい。ねえ、似合う？
She tries on a dress while talking. I mean, I guess is a fucking CG option.
そうか？お前が似合いそうなのはな、もっとこっちのわけわかんねえ感じのだ。
Grabbed a blouse covered in a decidedly odd pattern and showed it to her.
あんたセンスないわね。
俺のセンスじゃねえ、おめえに合うように選んだんだ。
私にそんなものが似合うと思ってる時点でセンスがないのよ。
おめえな、自分がセンスねえと思ったことあんのかよ。
私？あるわけないじゃん。
そう言い切れる根拠が俺には理解できねえぜ。
Shio keeps rummaging through the clothes.
これどう？
そう。一般的にはいけるんじゃねえの？
じゃあこれ。
襟元が気に食わね
これなんかどう？
え。悪くねえな。
極めつけにこれなん ってどう？
何が極めつけなのか知らねえけど、いいんじゃねえの？
これ
喜ぶのもいいけどな、なんでいちいち俺に持たせるんだ？
Barely hold on the clothes of both
こうい
ends.
う場合、荷物持ちは男の役でしょ。
じゃあそれは仕方がないとして、おめえこれ全部買うのか？
買ってくれないの？
おめえな、これ以上俺を困らせるなよ。
冗談はここまでにして、一つくらい買ってくれないの？
それも冗談だな。
つまんない。
アホ、つまんねえのは俺だ。
We keep wandering around the shopping arcade after that.
まだついてきてるのか？
来てる来てる。
くそ。
Won't turn around, but I
なん
can't.
かさ、こんなこと続けてても向こうは信用しないかもね。
どういう意味だ？
私たちのやってることって普通のクラスメート同士でもできるじゃない？だいたいあんたと遊ぶこと自体普通のことでしょ？
そうだろうけど。じゃあ何をしたら恋人同士に見えるんだよ？
簡単よ。木陰でキスなんかしちゃったら。
アホか、そこまでやれっかよ。
何よ、私のこと愛してないの？
愛してねえよ。
役になりきれてないわね。そんなんじゃ金のオスカーはもらえないわよ。
誰がくれるんだよ。
どうすんの？やんなきゃ向こうは信用しないわよ。
あのな、キスって銃だぞ。お前俺なんかとしたいのかよ。
別にしとっていいじゃない。
簡単に誰とでもキスするなんて、おめえ意外とすれてるな。
あら、あんたとならしたっていいって言うのよ。
I don't understand what you're saying.
どういう意味だよ。
言った通りの意味よ。
I'm stunned. For whatever reason, she was open to kissing me. She actually into me.
今あんた、俺ってモテるのかなんて考えたでしょ。
そこまでうぬぼれちゃいねえよ。
But that was exactly right.
そう、どうすんの？
She asks. I want her to think I'm checking it
やろう
out.
ぜ。
Give her a quick nod.
決まりね。じゃあさ、自販機の横あたりでやろう。
おう。
Follow Shiho to the shadow of the vending machine. Well, there isn't really a shadow, it's just a vending machine next to us and the wall behind us, leaving us completely exposed from every other direction. The vending machine is basically serving us cover in the same way a tree might. Shiho leans back against the
上手にや
wall.
ってよ。
She shuts her eyes. Should I do this for real? I panic. Envy how calm Shiho is. Aside from my eyes darting around, I'm entirely still. Nobody's nearby, at least. Put my hands to the wall and timidly bring my face close to hers. My heart is pounding. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this!
ちゃん、
Sudden voice makes me jump. Oh, I look at
ど
Siakari.
うしたのひろゆきちゃん。あ、志保。
Ah! Hi there! Before she was greeting up by stuttering one out
二人
myself.
ともここで何してるの？
いや、別になあ。
Frantically turned Shiho.
何にもしてないわよ。ちょっと休んでただけよ。ね。
This time Shiho turns to me. In the end, Akari doesn't realize what's going on. Then the three of us walk home together as normal, with neither me nor Shiho mentioning what happened. But even if it was to get that guy off her, was Shiho serious? Was she actually interested in me? Nah, she definitely just said she was kidding and laughed at me for thinking so. What is the truth? The mystery as to what was real and not with her that day. I only have one joke when it comes to this. I'm a one joke wonder. She approached me during break time.
いたいた。
なんか用か？
Asked with a yawn.
昨日は惜しかったわね。
その話かよ。 俺は惜しくねえぞ。
でさ、今度私にヤックおごらせてくれない？
なんでだ？俺を付き合わせた礼か？
ま、そんなところね。
おめえがわざわざ礼をするなんて、気味の悪いことすんなよ。
失礼ね。私は律儀な女なのよ。付き合わせた分の埋め合わ
But
せをさせてよ。
my main issue with Shiho is like she would be such a fun character if it was not for the rumor mill bullshit. Just the rumor mill bullshit makes me not like her. But if just get rid of that single thing and I'd actually like really like her. Really enough. Like I like some spunk. You know. Like I like myself a nice spunky girl, but like the rumor shit ruins it all.
なんで今回だけ埋め合わせるんだ？
昨日は一方的にあんたを連れ回したからよ。
昨日はいつだっておめえは一方的だろうが。ヤックで埋め合わせるなら向こう3年間くらいはおごってもらわねえとな。
バカ言わないでよ。一方的だったのは昨日だけ。今までは持ちつ持たれつでしょ。
どこからそんなふてぶてしい言葉が出てくるんだか。
ふてぶてしくないわよ。律儀だから借りは返すって言って。
そういうお前がそこまでこだわるってことは、よっぽど俺に悪いことをしたと思ってんだな。
そう。
You can be cunning, but she sucks at lying on the spot. I could immediately tell she was hiding
言え
something.
よ。言ったら律儀なおめえの礼儀を受け取ってやるから。
何のことかしらね。
おい。
つまりね、ジョークだったのよ。
何が？
昨日さ、男に言い寄られてるって言ったでしょ。
まさか。
そのまさかなのよね。
てめえ、俺を散々引きずり回したあれが。
だからね、ヤックでごめんしてもらおうかなって私なりに考えたのよ。
She is acting uncharacteristically flustered. Well, I believe her when she says she feels bad. Wasn't doing anything at the time anyway, so it wasn't no great loss.
そうか。ありゃジョークか。
And not accepting
なん
it.
か急にヒロと恋人ごっこしたら楽しいかなって思っちゃって。ヤックじゃ足りない？
わかった。ヤックなんていらねえから、とりあえず許す。
She came to apologize to me on her own. Trying to make up for it with material goods was questionable, but it was better than what I'd normally expect from her.
これからは遊んでほしいなら遊んでって言え。
言うわよ。
She nods emphatically.
一つ聞いていいか？
何？今なら何でも答えるわよ。
あん時おめえ、俺とマジでキスしたかったのか？
そういうあんたはどうなの？
俺が聞いてんだよ。
私はよくわかんない。
こら。
っていうか、したらどんな気分かなーって多分そう思ってたのよ。
それだけか？
だから本当に自分でもはっきりしないのよ。
わかんねえやつだな。
そう、私はわかんないやつ。
自分で言ってりゃ世話ねえよ。
She continues being evasive, never giving me a straight answer. She has been getting stranger and stranger lately. Sure.
まあ、いいけどさ。
I'm not that enthusiastic, but I reluctantly agree. Yajima claps his hands together.
恩に切るぜ。
He bows
やっ
to
ぱ
me.
上岸さんだってよく知らないやつ相手じゃ警戒するだろうからさ。
まあな。
I don't like that he's using me, but I don't have much reason to
でも
refuse.
よ、こういうことなら俺よかまさしか志保に頼んだ方がいいぜ。あいつらもあかりとは仲いいし。
佐藤にはもう頼んだんだ。そしたらあいつお前に恨まれるから嫌だって。
俺が恨む？
知らねえけどそういうことらしい。かといって長岡さんにお願いするとほら一瞬にして噂が広まっちゃいそうだろ。
Oh, he's right about
だ
that.
から俺？
Oh, there we go. Now I can skip again. It's not my place to get involved here. Why don't you leave it up to Akari and Yajima? You even agree to introduce Yajima to Akari.
何？
実はさ、お前を紹介してほしいってやつがいるんだ。
Look, ways to speak.
ほら、うちのクラスに矢島っているだろ、バスケ部の。
矢島くん？
ああ、その矢島がさ、お前のことを、好きなんだって。お前ってさ、ほら、今んとこ付き合ってるやつもいねえし、まあ、矢島なら。
ひろゆきちゃん。
Akari looks upset.
まあ、とりあえず話だけ聞いてみて。それでどうするかは自分で決めてくれ。
ひろゆきちゃん。
Leave and hand things off to Yajima before she can get a word in. I don't feel like witnessing the passionate declaration of his feelings, so I go on back to the classroom. Is this how things should be? I don't have no right to stop Akari from dating anyone. Still, I'm not totally oblivious. I have so many about Akari's feelings for me. Just then, turn to see Akari looking dejected. Can't find the words Akari speaks
終
first.
わってきたよ。
That told me everything.
私、好きな人がいますからって。
あかり。あのさ。
気づいてくれてると思ってたのにな。
あかり。
There are a few seconds of oppressive silence, and then the bell rings. When it finishes, Akari rubs her eyes. Then her usual attitude returns and she smiles.
いけない。授業が始まっちゃう。じゃあまたね、ひろゆきちゃん。
Why does every aspect of fucking Akari-Route make the main character an asshole? Like, try to go for Akari, and he will just straight up tell, oh yeah, we're dating, before actively confronting her about it and making it official. Literally just essentially fucking cornering her. Technically, like, if it's like socially, if she was not already in love with him. Even if he's not doing it on purpose. But like, agree to not be an asshole about it. And like, suddenly he is an asshole about it, but it's just like, oh, like, tell, honest to God, just if you have an inkling, just tell the guy, I don't think I should help you. Because if I do, I might be the biggest asshole in this school. Or at the very least tell him, there's a high chance that she likes me. So I'm not about to fucking break her heart over my fucking knee. Just because you're too much of a coward to talk to her yourself. But no, in both options, he's an asshole. Returns to her seat. He smiles like everything is normal. Some of that makes my heart ache. Congratulations. You're an asshole. Scoop. Don't make me see more events that make me want to go back to fucking Shiho-Route. I like me Motomoko. Oh, return home. At this point, we're just skipping until the next new thing is happening, and then I'll end it for the day, probably. Excellent, rejoiced the Jade Emperor, ordering a nearby constellation to scribble out the amnesty and appointing the gold star Venus as his peace envoy. Landing a suspicious cloud in front of the water curtain cave, Gold Star announced himself at his mission to the... Must break time? Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed. So, see you next time. Bye-bye.